Alright, you know what's gonna happen today is I'm gonna make a steak. What you do when you make a steak is you do some things, alright? You have to sit there, you have to take out the steak, you have to do a little bit more. Sometimes you make some nicely fresh mashed potatoes with it or something. I'm not doing that today. It's annoying. I like making mashed potatoes with steak. That's probably the #1 thing you want to make with a steak. Tonight, I'm not doing that because it's annoying and it takes too long, and it's 7-11 right now. It's way too late. I should have been eating supper 2 hours ago. I don't have time to make all that, all right? The Jay's playing an hour. So I'm making a steak. I'm going to go through the process of what you do to make a nicely fresh steak. I picked one up on the way home. It was very nice. You have to, become friends with your butcher. I don't have one, but I'm just saying. Be good if you did. I'm sorry as well if the damn camera is not going to be held right and bad angling and all that. I'm a one-man show today. I can't really do anything else at the moment. Okay, so step one is you have to get a nice steak. Here's the trick, all right? You got to make sure it has some marbling in it. This one, you see how there's like little white lines and there's just, there's white stuff in it. That's the fat, and that is all flavor. You don't want to get one that's all red and there's no marbling in it at all. It's gonna taste like the lamp in the bedroom. Way too dry it'll come out. No matter how you cook it, it'll just be very, very dry. Steaks are very expensive these days, but if you can and you want to go all out, then definitely get one that has a lot of marbling in it. What you need to do is you need to rest this damn thing for around 20 minutes. 20 minutes, it's 7:15 right now, or 7:16 as I just said that. So once it hits 7:36, this thing is probably good to go. If you get it and then immediately drive home and then cook it, then it's probably fine unless you live in Alberta, Canada. And it's probably colder in your damn car than it is the fridge. But after you wait 20 minutes, then it should be good to go. And then the next steps will be there. Oh wait, hold on. Never mind. You can do the steps now. The fridge is very empty right now. We just had a hurricane last week and we had to throw out like 90% of our food. Didn't have power for like 2 days. So you get the butter out. It'd probably be better to use actual butter, not some Baysell type shit. This one's just it's supposed to be better for you because it's made with avocado oil. Bunch of horse shit if you ask me. Probably just a thing that they put on the damn label to make it seem like it's healthier. Alright, so you get some nicely fresh jalapenos on it, and you're gonna put these on. Holy shit, that's a huge one. I have never seen a jalapeno that big. Wait, no, I have ones smaller. I don't need that one that big. I don't want my stomach yelling at me at 2 in the morning. One time I ate something very spicy very late. I think I had a bunch of, I don't know what it was. I had something very spicy late at night once, and like 3 in the morning I was shriveled up into a ball in the corner of the bathroom. If you like spice, and this is a good step. If you don't, then this is probably not a step you want to do. Some of them, if they're wrinkly and soft, don't use it, all right? It has to be hard, and this one, this one's pretty hard. It's, it's a little bit wrinkly, but no, it should be fine. If it's a tiny bit wrinkly, it should be okay. Don't take that as any type of food advice. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying I'm going to eat it anyway, and then if I, throw up later, then I guess it's my fault, isn't it? I mean, I just got these a couple of days ago. How bad can they be? As long as they still feel kind of hard and they're not like really squishy, then they should be fine. So you're gonna get a jalapeno. You're gonna put this there. You're gonna wait, or don't put it right next to the steak. Get a cutting board out. Don't need to really do this right now because there's still a lot of steps before you take any type further step. But anyway, if that sentence is even a sentence, pretty much just get everything you need while you're waiting for the steak to rest. Trying to do everything with one hand right now. I'm holding the nicely fresh bananas right there. Nothing like a good banana. What impossible to turn this thing when you have one hand. You get that out and then, you just look around and maybe get a little bit of a snack or something before. Nothing too large though. Maybe some grapes. Some grapes there, some strawberries, nice pineapple. I got some kale. I got some romaine lettuce in this little drawer right here. I'm gonna make salad tomorrow. Hi? Okay then. Alright, it's 7:34, that's probably good enough, right? Like, what's 1 minute? So everything is pretty much ready to go here. I got some salt, I got some nice ground pepper. I got the jalapeno ready to be cut. I got the butter, that's for after purposes. Now this is what you do next. You get a nice pan, something hopefully in a non-stick variety or something like that. I don't know. So what you do is you turn it to around, I've always been told, or I've seen, that you're supposed to turn it to like medium high. I don't know about that. I've cooked steaks on on medium-high heat before and it's like burned the outside of it. If you cook it on like a little bit below medium, maybe more towards medium-low, then I feel like you get a better sear on it. But then again, that also might depend on the kind of oven you're working with. What was I gonna do? I was gonna do something. All right, I set up the camera right there. Hopefully that'll be good. I don't know. So now you need to cut up or no, hold on a second here. I'm getting all messed up. What you want to do is you want to salt the steak. You want to salt this damn thing really well right now, man. You really want to salt it nicely, right? Like you want to almost make it look like it's covered in sugar. Or maybe not that much salt, but you would be surprised how much salt you need to put on something, especially a raw piece of meat. I've seen Gordon Ramsay salt a damn steak before. It looks like it was an icicle. But now you get some fresh pepper on here. This thing's a piece of shit. It's gonna turn off in a second because the battery on the inside falls out every 5 minutes, or every 5 seconds, I mean, and then look, it doesn't even work half the time. What is this invention? Come on. Where's the pepper at? Fuck is happening here? Look, now the battery fell out. Look at this shit. What is this invention? Pepper flying around and shit. Fuck, that's not even working. Can't even close the top. Whatever, that should be fine anyway. It's a lot of pepper on here. I like a lot of pepper. The hell with it. And then you do the exact same thing to the other side. You don't only do it to one side, you do it to both. Put a lot of salt on both sides, okay? You don't want this meat coming out dry here. Be very bad. Put a lot of salt on, you get some pepper, or maybe not, you can use, I guess you can use just like the fine pepper, the smaller spectacles of pepper, I guess that still works. I guess you're getting best of both worlds right now. Alright, so you got some pepper, you got some nice salt on there, and then now you're ready to go. You want to make sure that you season it after it's rested. You season, I don't know, like I've heard that that's bad to do when you just bring it out and then you season it and then you let it sit there for 20 minutes. Alright, like that might be, I don't know if that advice is anywhere close to knowledgeable or anything, but that seems like it's knowledgeable information. You want to make sure the pan is so damn hot that if you touch it, you'll be running to the emergency room. It needs to be absolutely scorching hot. It cannot be cold. You don't want to put a steak on a cold pan, and you do not in any way put the oil on before you warm the pan up. I've made that mistake before a long time ago and I almost went blind. I may have been making a steak and I put the pan on the oven, put the oil on right after it, and then I was preheating it, and then when I put the steak on, oil was flying everywhere and a speck of it just landed right below my eye. It's feeling really hot right now, so you might be good to go. Take some nice olive oil, you put a little bit of olive oil on it. How much depends on, I guess, how much you like. You hear that sizzle? That's what you want. You want that sizzle on the steak. You want everything nice and warm. You want the fucking pan bubbling as soon as you put it in. Maybe give it a little pat so all the edges are down, front, back, middle. You want it to cook evenly. You don't want it to cook unevenly and then you got like the middle is cold or something. You want everything to cook good. After that, make sure you wash your hands because you don't want to give everyone in the house E. coli. You were just touching raw meat. Don't be a disgusting pig, all right? Wash your hands after you touch meat and dirty things. I'd say around like 2.5, 3 minutes for this thickness of steak. This is what's going on, alright? This is the overhead view. It's sizzling. Now you're waiting, you can get your jalapeno ready. Cut off the top, cut off the bottom. You don't want any circular pieces. I like them very thinly sliced. I don't want a jalapeno that's all, it's going to take up all the flavor in my mouth. Nicely thin sliced jalapenos is what I like. So thin you can almost see through it. You can throw it like a frisbee. That's how thin you want your jalapenos. There's a lot of seeds in this one. Sometimes jalapenos are weird, man. Sometimes you'll get a jalapeno that's so hot your tongue will be running away from your body. And then sometimes you'll get one that tastes like a green pepper. Figure it the fuck out. Jalapenos are a very mysterious type of thing. Oh yeah, you got a nice sear on that. Nice sear on the one side. You see the pepper. Maybe don't press too hard on it. You don't want to release all the juices, but you want to at least like make it even so all the meat is even on the pan. 3 minutes or so, that thing should be done. There's seeds flying everywhere. Make sure when you do this, you find all the seeds after you cut them. You can't really help this sometimes. They're just flying everywhere. Make sure your cat or dog or even parrot doesn't eat it. That would not be good. You don't want your dog fucking diarrheaing in the, wherever they go at 3 in the morning. I like things very spicy, so this is about as many jalapenos as I'm gonna put on my steak. Is that too much? I think that's a good amount of jalapenos. There's a lot there. I'm gonna eat all those. I like everything spicy. Again, give your hands a little wash. You don't want to touch your eyes. That is the worst thing you want to do when you touch your eyes after cutting up something spicy. You don't want to touch your loved one. You don't want to touch... Imagine if your dog licked your damn hand after you touched a jalapeno. It'd be shitting everywhere. Alright, so around this time, it's, around the time where it would maybe be maybe a little bit done, maybe flip it around. Oh yeah, there you go. That's a nice sear right there. Very nice sear. I'm liking it. I'm liking the consistency. Now what you do is you get the butter, you get around, that's a good amount. Then you take this thing and you baste it. I mean, you can see the nice big old clumps of pepper on it. Nicely seasoned on this side. You want to rest this for at least 10 minutes now. Once you put it on the plate, that way it has time to still pretty much cook. I mean, I was going for a medium rare here. It's very rare that you nail a steak, at least in my opinion. For Christ's sakes, you go to a damn professional restaurant, they can barely nail it half the time. Medium rare is what I was going for, so if you rest this for around 10 minutes, maybe, you can nail it that way. Alright, it's time for the moment of truth here. To find out if this thing is actually cooked right. First, you want to cut off the fat. Sometimes there's a little bit of a layer of fat on one of the sides of the steak. That's fine though, because that's the flavor. That's where you get the flavor when you make the steak. You might be saying, damn Kevin, that's a lot of jalapenos on your damn steak. Nope, that's not enough jalapenos on my damn steak. I have no idea what kind of bone that is. I was trying to guess which one it is, but come on, you son of a bitch. Sometimes, unfortunately, with a lot of steaks that I notice is you'll get them, and then once you cut off all the fat, there's barely any meat left. I mean, this one's pretty good. There's still a shitload of meat, actually. Cut down the middle now. Once you cut off all the bone and excess fat, you cut right down in it. It's hard to see because of the lighting, but it's pink on the inside, but not pink enough. That's fine. As long as they don't overcook it and make it like, oh yeah, that's a good piece of meat right there. Nicely seasoned. Jalapenos are good, nice and fresh and crunchy. Holy shit, those are hot. Woo! Ugh. Oh, this is a spicy one, huh? Wow. Oh, I forgot to take my vitamins.